25 minutes on to 7 o'clock. It's that time once again to say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Good morning, welcome, welcome, welcome one, welcome all.
Thank you for another day.
That's just what I'm doing.
Please hear my prayer.
Good morning to the Taylor family over in Corinth. How are you doing?
Thank you for the sacrifice.
Yeah, I hope you all are doing fine. You think it easy to take it easy, eh? Corinth and the whole, good morning. The folks up at the Moai, good morning. The Corinth Housing Scheme. Last suggestions surrounding areas. Malty and Content. Coles Gap. Good morning, good morning. In the interest of time, let's head on straight into the program. It's now time for us to do the word of the day. Yeah. Morning to you, Dorian, out there. Master Control. How you doing, Papi? All right. Nice. Dorian's family out there in Corinth. The Brave Boys, good morning. The word of the day today is a word, like I said, we're doing a repetition, all right? And this is rebuff. The word for the day, rebuff. And to rebuff something such as an offer or suggestion is to reject or criticize it sharply. One can also rebuff a person by rudely rejecting or refusing them. Yeah, rebuff. R-E-B-U-F-F or double F. Here's how we can use it in a sentence. When the request was immediately rebuffed by upper management, the staff was left frustrated, yet also more determined. Nice. So that was the word of the day. We head on now to the motivational tip of the day.
I can't tell the future, neither can I say the minute or the hour or my final day. But until
Saying good morning to my brethren Debbie and his family. Good morning, bro. The folks inside of Grand Bacolet.
yes, Lord,
The Sandersons.
Father,
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have to pass and collect my stuff, right? Thank you in advance. Petlin and the folks inside of Munich, good morning.
thing more I want to do
Mama Can, good morning. A Jammu.
than to live my life.
Get to reach up there, boy. The cool, I want to spread it, you understand?
Oh, my Shah,
Moyaki and family. Rastiba and family.
hear my prayer.
Be motivated. In Adisha's thought of the day, motivational tip of the day, it says, when you give joy to other people, you get more joy in return. You should give a good thought to the happiness that you can give out. When you give joy to other people, you get more joy in return. You should give a good thought to the happiness that you can give out.
Father, thank you for
I know sometimes it can be, it can be depressing when you try to do good and, people take your goodness and slap it in your face. But do good anyways.
future hold.
Laugh in your face, talk behind your back, laugh still.
So
You understand what I'm saying? Good morning, Razum Baptiste and family. Out there in Lamode. Lamode, good morning. Lamode in St. George. As we head into the nutritional tip for the day.
hear my prayer.
Steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water.
Today, we focus on another local fruit that is great for supporting men's health. West Indian cherries, or acerola, is packed with vitamins and minerals and is great for overall health and well-being. West Indian cherries are loaded with vitamin C and A, riboflavin, niacin, and thiamine. The fruit's high content of vitamin C makes it useful for the treatment of flu-like symptoms and the common cold, tooth decay, and gum infections. The other nutritional contents make the cherries a great treatment for retinal hemorrhages or bleeding in the eyes. However, it is important to note that cherries alone are not a specific treatment for retinal hemorrhages. West Indian cherries also help with depression and pressure sores. West Indian cherries contain antioxidants and are great for men because it helps to reduce sickness and diseases that men are susceptible to, such as heart disease, cancers, and depression, and helps in fitness and endurance. The fruit can also aid in digestion, but when eaten in large amounts can cause digestive problems. Eating too much cherries can also cause frequent urination, kidney stones over time, headaches, nausea, and vomiting. West Indian cherries can be washed and eaten raw or made into juices by itself or mixed with other fruits and vegetables. It can also be made into jams and marmalades. Visit the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council social media pages like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more information on men's health and nutrition. You can also visit our website at www.gfnc.gov.gd. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
This is the day.
Take the hints and put them into good use, all right?
So let us rejoice.
I always wondered, whenever you're coming down with the flu in recent times, I have a good friend she would always say, get some Bajan cherry. Well, this cherry is budded in Barbados, Bajan cherry.
If I had another chance.
Or is it the West Indian cherry they just branded? You know the Bajans, eh? Good morning to the Bajans in the building. Good morning, cheese on bread, man. What's wrong with you?
For tomorrow.
The folks at Care Bears, good morning. Tanti Marcy, Keisha, Khalid, everybody, good morning.
Done for me. Yes, Lord. Oh,
It's 18 minutes on to the 7 o'clock. The folks inside of Apritute, good morning.
merciful Father.
My partner Cruz, understand you're down under the weather. I thought you were strong, man, eh?
Oh, Father.
Get down on your knees and pray. Let mommy pray for you.
Merciful Father.
Eggies, good morning to you and Chief, the folks inside of Mount Agnes and surrounding areas.
Oh, my.
Pomrose and Latant.
Oh, my child.
Let's see what's buzzing this morning. The morning is going so quickly, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, buzzing this morning. We hear that 6 Grenadian scholarship recipients, they've arrived in Cuba. Yeah. Good morning, His Excellency Glenn Noel.
With so much ups and downs, I know you got the
Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister announced planned changes to the country's coat of arms.
miracle that my God can do.
Internationally, protesters rally outside the Democratic National Convention as Joe Biden arrived ahead of his major speech.
Breath I breathe. Oh, merciful Father.
And in sports, we hear that Cricket West Indies is going to hold its election for vice president soon. You'll get more in the news, eh?
You for my daily bread. Oh, merciful.
Those are the stories that are buzzing this morning. Of course, there are more. Reaching out and saying good morning to Pastor Laurie Dominic and the first family of the Wester Hall New Testament Church of God. Bishop George Fletcher, good morning.
Play it one more time.
Sister Fletcher, Nixon, Nila. What is the next one again? Nicole. All right, good.
I will lift up my
And Nicole is going to beat me up, right?
from whence.
Pastor King, good morning. Mom, good morning to you. River Sally Latas. My sissy Nedra, how you doing?
Neither can I say.
Hey folks, this is about the time when we take that break and we head into the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather. The conversation comes up after 7.
To do my best.
Yeah.
So give my service. You
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
never the answer.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. Coming up in the news, 6 Grenadian scholarship recipients arrive in Cuba. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister announced planned changes to the country's coat of arms. Internationally, protesters rally outside the Democratic National Convention as Joe Biden arrived ahead of a major speech. And in sports, Cricket Western is to hold election for vice president. We've got the details to this and more after these messages.
Violence is never the answer. Let's talk it out. We need a safe space for our children to grow up, so let us respect each other. You see this little light of mine? I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna keep it burning. Remember, the answer is love. A message from the Ministry of National Security. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna keep it burning.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Good morning. With the news in detail, I am Gordon Joseph. Corporate Grenada has stepped forward to stamp its brand on Grenada's outstanding athletes with pride. The 3 Olympic finalists have been delivering, and the companies are showing their satisfaction. Republic Bank gifted its brand ambassador, Anderson Peters. We have more on this.
Your meritorious achievement at the 2024 Paris Olympics. Cash donation is being awarded to Anderson Peters in the sum of EC $100,000.
Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited gifted its brand ambassador, 4-time Olympic finalist and 3-time Olympic medalist Kirani James.
Kirani continues to represent his country, himself, and the bank with distinction, and we want to express our gratitude for all that he has done. We wish him the very best in whatever he chooses to do, and we want to let him know that we are standing by his side along the way. Well done, Kirani. On behalf of your Coa Bank family, the board, management, and staff of Coa Bank, we'd like to present you a cash award in the amount of $125,000.
Meanwhile, decathlete Lyndon Victor was not presented with a check this time as his companion. Instead, he was presented with a small brown envelope. On the side was a Huggins shopping bag, and inside were the keys to his very own luxurious ride as the brand ambassador for George F. Huggins and Agostini Insurance Brokers.
The value of which is $170,000. Those who walk with God always reach their destination. But those who drive a brand new, fully loaded, fully insured Nissan Frontier will drive there safely.
Rather interesting comments. Meanwhile, these gifts are in addition to those presented by government to all 6 athletes on the weekend. The government of Grenada awarded Olympic finalists Kirani James, Anderson Peters, and Lyndon Victor with $100,000 each. The remaining team members, Zachary Gresham, Tilly Collymore, and Haley Hazard, received $5,000 each, and coach Paul Phillip was also recognized for his outstanding contribution and received $20,000. Wonderful gestures. Finally, the Embassy of Grenada in Cuba has announced the arrival of 6 Grenadian students awarded scholarships under the Government of Grenada and Cuba Scholarship Program. This significant milestone was marked by a warm reception at the Jose Marti International Airport in Havana by His Excellency Glenn Well, Ambassador of Grenada to Cuba, and Ms. Janet Silveira, a secretary with responsibility for student affairs. The scholarship awardees, Dr. Azel Joel Christopher Batiste, Tori Abigail Noel, Miss Maya Aliyah Phillip, Miss Monique Abiel Agnes Jones, Mr. Jamal Jonathan Richard Cumberbatch, and Mr. Zachary Sheddy Richards have arrived in Cuba to embark on their academic journeys, poised to benefit from the rich educational opportunities offered by the Cuban institutions. The long-standing relationship between Grenada and Cuba has been a cornerstone of cooperation and cultural exchange. For decades, this partnership has fostered educational, medical, and cultural ties, benefiting numerous Grenadian students who have pursued studies in Cuba. This scholarship program continues to be a testament to the enduring and collaborative spirit of both nations. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional roundup, along with international developments, weather, and sports are forthcoming. It's 8 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabrol with the latest from across the Caribbean.
Antigua and Barbuda's law enforcement agencies have been told to get tough on criminals because people in the Twin Island nation are living in fear. Prime Minister Gaston Brown says among those being targeted are foreigners.
We welcome immigrants to our country to help to build our country, but where they're not making productive contributions towards advancing our country and they become a security threat, they ought to be deported.
He is also challenging police and other agencies to break up youth gangs.
There's this notion that because they're youth that they should not be dealt with harshly. But some of these youth are among the most criminal elements, the most wicked and least compassionate persons within the society. And I say to you too that we want those gangs broken up. There must be no gangs in this country.
The people of Dutch St. Martin are now awaiting the results of yesterday's general elections. Polls closed at 8 o'clock last night. The Central Voting Bureau is testing a computerized system to deliver election results quicker than the manual paper-based system. Voting was peaceful but slow up to mid-afternoon yesterday. The turnout was expected to increase between 5 and 6 p.m. There were just over 20,000 persons who were eligible to cast ballots for the 116 candidates from 9 political parties.
An attempt to form a new political entity was among the reasons given by the opposition Democratic Labour Party in Barbados for its decision to expel its president, Dr. Ronnie Yearwood. Yearwood and General Secretary Steve Blackett were expelled by the DLP's General Council last Friday on the advice of the party's disciplinary committee. The two party officials had been on suspension for several months amid deepening internal conflict. The conflict was reportedly triggered by the issue of shared leadership between Dr. Yearwood as president and the recently admitted party member Ralph Thorne, who automatically became political leader by virtue of being the party's only parliamentarian. Mr. Thorne had crossed the floor from the ruling Barbados Labour Party, which up to then had commanded all 30 seats in Parliament. Acting DLP President Andrew Worrell said the dismissed officials had a long list of charges that brought the party into disrepute, including an unauthorized meeting on August 8th chaired by the president that discussed an alternative party using the DLP's resources.
That the said meeting amounted to a conspiracy to abolish and or eliminate and or create a competing political party to the DLP using the property and the resources of the DLP.
As Trinidad and Tobago moves to erase the remaining symbols of its colonial past, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has signaled that the 3 ships of European navigator Christopher Columbus will be removed from the country's coat of arms. Dr. Rowley told a special convention of his People's National Movement on a constitutional reform that his government will replace the ships with a steel pan, the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago.
You see them 3 Columbus boats in the emblem? They will go. And since we have enough votes in the parliament to do it, I could announce now that as soon as the legislative adjustment is made, and that adjustment should be made before the 24th of September, we then over a 6-month period will replace Columbus 3 ships, the Santa Maria, the Pinta and the Nina, with the steel pan. And that should signal that we are on our way to removing the colonial vestiges that we have in our constitution, and I hope that we start with that and we end up getting up and no longer being squatters on the steps of the Privy Council.
Internationally acclaimed Guyanese singer and composer Dave Martins has died. He passed away Sunday evening in Guyana. More from Dennis Chabrol.
Could be Guyanese or Bajan, Trinidadian of Incention, a singing Marley, a singing Kitch.
Iconic Caribbean composer and singer Dave Martins has walked off this earthly stage. At 90 years old, the Guyanese musician of Dave Martins and the trade winds fame strummed his guitar one last time, leaving behind a rich legacy of evergreen music across all generations. Whether Dave Martins was living in Canada, Trinidad, or the Cayman Islands, he distinctly mirrored the Caribbean in his homeland, Guyana, in his music. The range spanned the way of life, migration, nature, love, cuisine, and sport.
But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down.
In international politics in the 1980s, he gave Guyana its unofficial national anthem that decades later still rallies Guyanese across the political and racial divide against Venezuela's claim to the Essequibo region.
My first knowledge of Dave Martins was the song Not a Blade of Grass, which was a rallying cry in Guyana in the 80s as we dealt with Venezuela's threat of aggression. That rallying cry actually became a mantra when I became an officer in the Guyana Defense Force during my 2 border commands. And Not a Blade of Grass became a practice, not just a speech.
In the song titled Copycats, Dave Martins tells us what he'll do when his final day comes.
So that even when they make a calls, I will be this way. I'll go walk into heaven, put down my roti and say, "Walk me in there."
Well, this has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
And a bittersweet end to the regional roundup. You know, it's sad with the passing of Dave, but his final comments, you know, what he'll do when he gets into heaven, he'll put his roti down and ask what happening there. We now turn our attention to events happening further afield. We hear that Democrats are trying to harness a swell in political momentum at day 1 of the National Convention, which took place in Chicago last night. The presidential nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris, has surged in polls against Donald Trump since he stepped up to replace Joe Biden, though the race is still a tight one. Meanwhile, Trump has held his own event where he labeled Harris an economy wrecker. The cost of living is a key issue ahead of November's election. Outside the DNC, thousands of people have been marching in protest of government's position on issues including Israel's war in Gaza and immigration. And finally, British tech tycoon Mike Lynch and his 18-year-old daughter are among the 6 people missing after a luxury yacht sank off the coast of Sicily in the early hours of Monday morning. The 56-meter vessel was carrying 22 people, including British, American, and Canadian nationals. 15 people were rescued, including a 1-year-old British girl, and authorities continued their search into the night. Local media reported the yacht named Bayesian capsized about 5 a.m. local time after encountering a heavy storm overnight that caused waterspouts, a rotating columns of air, to appear over the sea. Mr. Lynch, known by some as the British Bill Gates, co-founded software company Autonomy, which was later bought by tech giant Hewlett-Packard for $11 billion. That's the regional roundup and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Welcome, sporting fans. Cricket West Indies, that's CWI, will hold elections for the office of the Vice President on September 20th, 2024. On Thursday, August 8th, 2024, at a Board of Directors meeting, in consideration of the recent judicial pronouncement from the High Court of Guyana concerning the challenge to the Vice President's election initiated by the Guyana Cricket Board, the decision was made to have the re-elections as soon as possible. This decision means that Mr. Azim Basarath has vacated the office of Vice President for CWI. Pursuant of the CWI Articles of Association, a special meeting of members will be convened on September 20th for the sole purpose of electing a new Vice President. CWI reaffirms its unwavering commitment to democratic principles and transparency. The forthcoming election will be conducted with the high standards of fairness and in alignment with CWI's core values. That ends the sporting segment this hour. We'll have more sports for you during our luncheon edition of news. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead. Folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join the forecaster at the Met office of the MBIA, my good, not so good friend, Trishi Miller. Good morning, Trishi.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Good morning to you, listeners of GBN. It's a fair morning here at the airport. Winds are calm. Barometric pressure 1014.4 millibars, which is above the mean, and it's rising. Present temperature 28.6 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 82%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.7 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 27.6 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, only a trace of rainfall was recorded here at the MBIA. Hence, the total for the month remains at 114.8 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The weather is expected to be mostly fair with a few light to moderate brief showers. Winds east, northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 32 degrees Celsius. Seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Tides will be low around 9 a.m. and high about 3 p.m. Sunset this evening at 6:24. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 5:56. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be mostly fair with a few light to moderate brief showers. From the Met Office, Trisha Miller.
Trish, before you run off, I was looking at a weather channel just a little after 3 this morning, and it's an American channel, and it's forecasting that maybe by midweek we can see some inclemency in the weather in the region. Is that the case, what you're reading up on your screen?
Well, there's a tropical wave approaching. At the moment, it's not looking too bad, just some showers with it again, but we'll keep you updated.
Thank you as always. Have a good day, my not so good friend.
Okay, bye.
Folks, that was the weather report. It came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick and Thompson Company Limited.
Get back to school with Quartz Optical. Get frames and lenses for children and students of all ages starting at $299, plus 25% off credit purchases or 20% off cash purchases. Ray-Ban, Armani, Converse, Vogue, and much more. Get it today and pay us later. Plus, you can book your eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer ends August 24th, 2024.
It's 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. 6 Grenadian scholarship recipients arrive in Cuba. In the region, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister announced planned changes to the country's coat of arms. And I liked how he said it. You know, Columbus ships must go. Internationally, protesters rally outside the Democratic National Convention as President Joe Biden arrived ahead of his major speech. And in sports, Cricket West Indies to hold election for new vice president. That's the morning edition of news for today, Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Labukan Creative Center presents the final staging of I Do at the Deluxe Cinema Grenville, Sunday, August 25th at 6 p.m. Tickets available at Labukan Creative Center, Waterfed, and St. Andrew's Pharmacy at $75. It's the most hilarious comedy ever staged in Grenada. It's I Do by Uriah Speeches, Sunday, August 25th, Deluxe Cinema Grenville at 6 p.m. Don't you miss it.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicular insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year, and every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Guap Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Serve Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Southern Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Yeah, 13 minutes after 7 o'clock. How you doing this morning, Grenada? How is everybody? I know quite a number of you are like me under the flu, you know. Yeah, that's it. This time of the year, it always happens. But that's strange. I seldom catch the flu. But nonetheless, I know quite a number of people reach out to me and ask, oh, I did not see you yesterday at Lou's funeral. I thought it best not to be there because of my coughing spells, you know, and this, you know, congested area. I have to be coughing. But I was there in spirit, all right? Tone represented for me. GBN represented for me as well. I want to say a very special happy birthday to Lynette Griffith. She is originally from Mount Morris, but she resides in Bolio. She's now in the U.S. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Lynette, and so happy to have you on board with us as always. I do hope that you live to see many, many, many more birthdays to come. Yeah. You were on God's wake-up list this morning, and you ought to be so thankful. Happy birthday to you. Reaching out and say good morning to my friends out there in Richmond and St. Andrew and surrounding areas. You are experiencing some, you know, little issues with their transmission. We are working on it. It's a work in progress, right? Beryl did its due, man. She did her due. Oh, yeah, 14 minutes after 7 o'clock. Now, Razum, good morning. Mildred Smith, good morning to you and Shem. Nutmeg Quinn is in the building. Good morning, Nutmeg. How are you doing? You all right? Yeah, Nelsia Peters, good morning. Catherine Phillip, good morning to you also. Yulin, as always. Veronica Sandy, good morning. Joseph Ross, good morning. Edmond Gordon, what's up, bro? Long time no see. I had to come up and, celebrate with my people in Paradise and surrounding areas. Suzanne, good morning. The Douglas family out there in Paradise. Epen and the guys, Banji and Squazim and Hillary J. Harris. Good morning, my dear friend. Hope you're doing fine. Marilyn Gilbert. Winsome Slokey is in the building. So too is Anne Solandi. Winsome is tomorrow, right? I had to touch base today, Bunstein, and I would reach out to you sometime during the course of the day. Winsome Slocum was our first ever background singer. She did our recording for the first time. All right, so this morning, after Carnival, there's usually a plethora of things to talk about. Before I do that, I want to reach out to my brethren, Mike and Michael Hutchinson and family. Good morning to you all. Inspector Leon McQueen and family as well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, there's usually a number of issues that, usually come out from the carnival season. We spoke lengthily about, people's dress code and so forth. But there are other issues, the dress code and so forth. The relevant decisions and so forth. I don't think it's so much of a decision to be made by any administration or administrative decisions. I think it all boils down to people and what you would want to refer to maybe as self-esteem and so forth. But but there are issues out there, and seeing that we don't have a guest with us in studio this morning, of course, we've got the Real Value presentation. Those of you who want to, grab the last minute specials that are on in Real Value, we will be giving you that information. Cheryl Charles, good morning. Also, Rose Forrester Brizan, good morning. So we'll give you the opportunity to call in and, voice your concerns, any suggestions that you... It is important that if you're highlighting a problem, all right, don't just blast the problem, but in your own personal way, try and throw a suggestion, a remedy. How can we deal with it, all right? It's okay to criticize, but then come forth with a better suggestion or something. So let's do that. I'll open the lines, 435-2041. Once again, good morning to the folks inside of Lacalome and surrounding areas. Fontenoy, good morning. Cherry Hill, good morning. I do have a caller via our WhatsApp platform. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller.
Christ be sweet.
Good morning, welcome.
Sorry to that you have the flu. I'll pray for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, it's in place. I haven't spoken with you since you bring in that crown.
Thank you.
And you see, I was praying for my two cousins. Risma is my cousin, so I was supporting my cousin, but I was always also praying for you to win. So
well, one of the prayers were answered.
I think the one who I wanted to win got it.
Okay, all right. Don't let us up until you say that. Okay.
They're not listening. They're still sleeping. They're tired.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Okay, so there, as you said, there are a lot of issues out there, and then I don't know if you have seen this video going viral on TikTok. It features the leader of El Salvador, who said his country was overrun with gun violence and gang violence, and he spent a lot on security, but he realized it wasn't working, so he decided to pray. He asked his cabinet to pray, and he reported he got tremendous results. Mr. Innocent, I do hope that other leaders in the region could just take a page from this gentleman's what he did for his country.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a Ministry of Religious Affairs, but the Prime Minister is the leader of the country, and he could bring the Conference of Churches leaders together and have a day of prayer and fasting, not Just pray. And a lot of people are calling for it. Now we see what Beryl did. We still in the hurricane season. We do not know what will come because they say build back better, but Mr. Innocent, in reality, there's a lot of other disasters that can happen. That the building back better with a concrete roof may not withstand. A concrete roof may not be able to withstand a terrible earthquake, a tsunami. Then we have the threat of war, the threat of diseases that could wipe out the entire, kill a lot of people. You see that COVID did. Then we have the threat of drought and farming. Droughts, and so that can wipe out our agricultural crops. That could, a lot of us could starve to death. So, at the end of the day, yes, man has the skills and ability to do things, but I think, what at the end of the day is God. Only God can help us in these times. We really need to pray. And the leader of the country can take the lead in. So I'm appealing to Prime Minister Dickon to try to see if he can, we're depending on our man-made resources, but at the end of the day, and the majority of Grenadians, I hope, are Christians. We have so many Christian denominations. Grenada, I think there are a lot of praying people. We have to thank God for what he did in Beryl. He did a lot for us in Beryl. One, he took away houses, yes, but people were alive. People still alive. He did not devastate Grenada in a terrible way. A lot to be thankful for. Let us be thankful and run to God. Run to God, not to man for help. Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity, and you have a wonderful day, you and your listeners.
You too. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's head on now to the telephone line and say good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. How about you?
I'm good. I have a complaint.
Okay.
Where you're going up to Grenada, where the guys grading there's a piece of log right on top, like it's aiming to come down. So, it's dangerous. Every time I pass and look up there, I'm getting scared, and my mind does go back to Kotomeli with a piece of rock.
Right.
So I'm asking for them to look into it. If you get a rain, a bad weather, it will just come down. So I like it so somebody could look into it.
Okay, thank you.
You have a blessed day.
You too. God bless. Bye-bye. Nice. Okay, so the relevant authorities, it's a work in progress. Let's look at it. Keeping a constant check on the clock. It's 22 minutes after 8 o'clock, and let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you, darling?
I ain't do yet, what I go do.
You very cool as what I go do, just fresh.
Yes. You're so right.
I want to say good morning to my friend, Catherine Philip. What going on between me and you, girl? Innocent, every year we're talking about the masqueraders, how they dress. And every year they come in worse. I wonder if we change it around. I know some people go say, here she going to church, and here she's saying, well, pastor, everybody going to church talking about them every year, how they dress, and they still coming worse. So perhaps if we try to tell them, well, I'll play a carnival naked with a little piece of thing every year. Sometimes they sit down and they listen and they call the people who making the costume, say, what, I don't want my body exposed this year, clothe me up.
Okay.
Because if you're saying the thing and every year they're doing it, so one of these days, the energy you're wasting on them, we're going to need it to put it somewhere else and we're going to have it,
Okay.
Because you must never try to take out people from their happiness. So perhaps let us change it around, man. Because, so how much years we complaining about how they playing the mass, and this year, it was.
So in essence, you want to try a little bit of reverse psychology?
Yes. Sometimes you walk, you don't know.
People like to do what they're told not to do.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes you don't know how the brains work in these days.
Okay.
He must be walking. We used to go clockwise. Sometimes I have to go back.
Okay.
So let us try.
Okay.
And see if he wouldn't walk next year. I bet if they do that, encourage them next year, they tell them people who are making the costume, clothe them up.
Okay. All right.
Okay, my boy.
Have a good one. Have a good one. Have a good one. One of my WhatsApp contributors says, "Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Again, I am writing to express my serious concerns regarding the trail of concrete that frequently falls from concrete trucks on our main roads. This issue poses significant dangers to both pedestrians and motorists. The hardened concrete damages vehicle tires and create hazardous narrowing of the roads, which increases the risk of accidents. I urge the relevant authorities to take immediate action to address the situation. Implementing stricter regulations for concrete transport or increasing road monitoring could help mitigate this risk and ensure the safety of everyone using the roads." A concerned citizen. Thank you very much. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
It seems to me that as soon as you win the big money, you turn onto Christ, or more onto Christ. That's good. Now, according to you all and others, I want to say, but I don't know if I'm saying it, that a lot of us are thinking about helping people, but we talk about it with the mouth, but we are not putting our money where our mouths are. We're talking about Christ. Christ said to love one another as you have loved him, as you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. So I believe, that's a joke, that maybe you have helped other people by getting this big set of money from the people, the whole of the country, because we help to give you this money. So see how well you can help a citizen who is in trouble, or some children, send them to school, give them money to go to school or to buy books. When you say you love should manifest itself maybe in material as well as spiritual things. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but they do not want to do the right thing. They do not want to love one another as you have loved yourself and love Christ. Thank you very much. I hope you give out something. Thank you.
Have a good one, caller. Have a good one. Prayer don't stop modern nature or disaster. You can try, but I don't think that it's possible. And one of the comments from Facebook. Yesterday on To The Point, they spoke about traffic rules and driving. The licensing process for drivers need to be scrutinized closely for integrity, bias, corruption, to ensure consistency and fairness in the application of standards when evaluating applicants. Not all licensed drivers earn the license by merit, and that is the part of the problem with negligent drivers on the road. Thank you, caller, for addressing this. I look at it all the time, and I said it's dangerous also. The bus shed by Mellows, there's a big tree trunk on the edge that's after burial, and people use this shed every day. I'm very concerned about this. Okay. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my friend.
Welcome to the program. How are you?
Yeah, this is Vinci friend Manangas. I called to know how you feel this morning, man. With the coffee, some of the better this morning.
Well, you know, I'm getting better. I'm not there as yet, you know.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
Yeah, I called for get that number for Specky, man. He's my number by getting him. So I just want if you're listening, this is my number, this is my show, 784-530-7579. And something this. He must give a shout. But I ain't getting him a number give me.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. I hope Specky is listening. Thank you. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. It's 29 minutes after 7 o'clock. Harry Noel says, good morning, GBN. Why I can't get some help to buy some chicken for my farm? Okay. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. How are you today, sir?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
All right, for now. I wanted, although someone tell me no one died, but I wanted to do a little sympathy for a friend, a good friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so on the behalf of the Green Lake retiree group, I want to send out sympathy to that young man and his immediate family and extended family and the Green Lake family, especially the distribution department for that young guy that lost his two hands after, just the other day they was working so hard to restore current back to Carriacou and Grenada and Petit Martinique and Grenada the mainland.
So he lost his hands?
And lost his two hands one time, bam.
Oh my goodness.
So and that's, for someone to live without the two hands is pain, and have family and things, so my heart goes out for him, and I hope that everything goes well with him. Thank you very much.
Okay, bro, we'll be in touch. Good, thanks. What a pity. This one is touching. Oh my goodness. Good morning, caller.
Good morning. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Innocent, I just want to say thank you to all of those people who work behind the scenes and those who on the front line to make Carnival the success it was. I mean, we are not perfect. There are faults here and there. I do hope that they work on it. And I want to urge those of us in the media to please give us a little hearing from the junior Calypsonians. They did a wonderful job in talking or speaking about the current issues that are affecting us. And I don't think we are hearing them enough. Apart from what you get from the flow package, that is if you could afford it, we're not hearing them on the radio, and they deserve a listening. This is how our children would go. This is how the younger one would get interested in what is going on, and they really, in some cases, they outdo the older folks. And I just hope that people on the radio could play them a little more so we can hear them and, let them know that we appreciate them and be a part of them. And I just want to say a very special good morning to our Prime Minister. He's a young man, a gentleman I admire for his hard work and dedication, the way he's focused on what he has to do to push this nation forward. It is not always easy when you come from another sector to move into another one. No man is perfect, but with God all things are possible. And if you have a supportive and working team with you, we will push Grenada forward. Have a great day. Have a great week, Mr. God, and I thank you for your time.
You're most welcome. Have a good one yourself. Get some rest, right?
Now it's time to walk back to school.
Okay. All right. All the best. Have a good one. Nutmeg Quinn says, you are always so positive. Have a great day. Eating her oats and all. Folks, it's 27 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
The heat is on. The pressure is real. Every ball, every boundary, every wicket, a battle for Caribbean supremacy. 6 teams, 1 dream. The Caribbean Premier League returns, and this time it's personal. Get ready for the carnival of cricket, the rhythm, the passion, the unstoppable energy of the CPL. Get ready for the rhythms of the islands and the roar of the crowds. Biggest stars, the most passionate fans, the ultimate party atmosphere. This is cricket like you've never experienced it. Are you ready to feel the rhythm? CPL 2024. It's more than cricket. It's an experience. It's life. GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number 1. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
You mentioned the wing high, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know. We have the low power there.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page and YouTube channel for We Culture.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, and just a quick comment here via our Facebook page. 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, "If my people who are called by my name humble themselves, pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, will forgive their sins, and will heal their land." Just saying, the churches are empty and the shows and fetes are filled. The nations have to not only pray, but also repent. Good morning, caller.
Good morning again, Innocent. Sorry to come back, but as a carnival lover, Old Mass is one of our traditions that we are losing. And I really like Spice Mass. I wanted to call last night, but I was too tired, like I fell asleep. Old Mass, the traditional Old Mass, we still have the King Cafe Boularong. Let us utilize the coronage to display Old Mass's current affairs. It's highlighting what has happened during the year. Those of us who maybe weren't around or weren't able to listen to the news, you would see that being portrayed on Juve morning. We used to look forward to going on the coronage. If you don't want to be in the jab, you could go there and assemble. You get to socialize, meet old friends. One of our stars passed away the other day. And as a tribute to these people I believe it's something we ought to look into seriously. Let us use the coroners Juve morning to display our old mass and highlight our current affairs. I remember going to school early in the morning. Mr. Evelyn Quick Frederick used to have what you call current affairs. Every child would get up and speak about what has happened, what you heard on the world news. We ought to tickle our children fancy and let them be aware of what is going on, current affairs. Have a good morning. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. I'm happy that you brought up Quick's name, Evelyn Frederick. He was the former principal at the Paraclete Government School where I taught as well. And he was just that guy, you know. He was ever so present in current affairs, and I really appreciate that. And let's accommodate this WhatsApp call. Good morning, caller. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. How are you?
Welcome to the program. I'm not 100%, but I'm getting there.
Well, I hope you get over it. You could get some big time leaf and drink it for the cough, and that might give you some assistance along the line.
Yeah, thanks.
Mr. Joseph, well, I'm not touching on anything on the cannibal issue because I heard that there is a song by Black Wizard, when the carnival over, we still have bill to pay. We have all different things. I believe the time over, but we have bills. I've listened to Mr. Rogers Ferguson and the newscast coming from GBN and an issue with a case. I can't remember the lady name, but anyway, the government is summoned to pay some $120,000 plus other things for wrongful, in short, dismissal as such. Now, over the years, I have always heard and seen that people take government to court for wrongful dismissal and then court rule in favor of the person and government have to keep paying. Now, when government pay, it comes from the taxpayers. That is where government foot their bills for. I am saying it is about time now. And that's something I don't like. The Attorney General should not be the Minister of Legal Affairs. One person should know the portfolio. Because the role of the Attorney General is to advise government. Now, if one person holds the same portfolio, who is advising who? And I knew over the years that you always appoint an Attorney General who is not necessarily a member of cabinet, but they are there to advise the government. And then you have a legal affairs minister. Way back in the days of the revolution, I know you had Mr. Lloyd Noel, Attorney General, then you had Kendrick Radix, legal affairs, then you come down other people like Dr. Francis Alexis, and things of that sort. You need to separate those things. Because you cannot tell me, if someone has a contract, you need to know the details of the contract. Once someone doesn't violate, irrespective to who, once they doesn't violate the contract and they're working in line with the contract, you have to be very careful as to the action you take, because these days people are very smart. They take you to court and they win. When they win, taxpayers have to foot the bill. I am saying, let's get an independent person to be the Attorney General and the legal affairs personnel. They could be part of your cabinet as such. So the Attorney General should be boss and advise government to save unnecessary costs that incur on people. We have to address those sort of things. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller, for your concerns. Thank you very much. Great points. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
I'm alive and thankful as well. Innocent, just to the caller previous to this one made reference to OMAS and utilizing the carnage. Now, if she's not aware, this is done every single year. Up to this year, 2024, there was OMAS displayed on the carnage. While the majority of Juve activities took place along the Kirani Boulevard and the Port Highway, the OMAS itself was on the carnage. That's where the competition was. And speaking of OMAS, the king of OMAS, Evelyn Mark, passed away. And we heard nothing in the media. Nothing, no tributes were paid to him in the media. I think that was very bad on the part of the Spice Mask Corporation. And we need to do better than that and recognize our own local unsung heroes. That's all I would say this morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution, caller. It's 15 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let me just take one of these WhatsApp contributions. Then we do the promo from Real Value. Someone says, good morning. My concern is the disgusting way in which individuals leave the beaches after Juve. I know it is asking too much, but there should be police officers on the beach at that time to deter that inappropriate behavior. That caller went on further to say that on your program, someone requested chess sets. I brought 2 sets with me, and I would like to know who should I deliver them to. Well, what I do know is one of the coordinators, the guy that I had on the program, Mr. Kwabena Eben, they're currently having this chess camp going on at the Grenada Boys Secondary School. So that would be a good place to start. What I would try to do, I'd try to establish connection with him. Now, Mr. Eben, if you're hearing the program, maybe you can call in, or maybe that contributor can, send the number via the WhatsApp platform, and I can forward it to you so that you can contact them. They've got 2 chess sets that they'd like to donate. All right, thank you, contributor. Thank you. I like that. All right, before we take that Real Value promo, let's do this. Good morning, caller.
Good morning to you, Mr. Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
And how are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Good. Mr. Innocent, I listened last night to Mr. Ali Gill and the chairman of the Carnival Development Committee, and I thought they both give a very good account of themselves. But every year we're hearing the same things, and we're not seeing any proper implementation of those things. So I think we need some more implementation and change. Here we talk about beaches not clean and whatnot. Even the chairman said that, they had problem with getting the beaches clean. I mean, all these things, the structure must be in place before. Okay. So yeah. I think better job can be done. Even I wasn't too satisfied with some of the dress code of the masqueraders, although the committee have very little control on that. But I mean, I don't think that is culture, what we've seen there. And the gentleman that spoke about just now about the Attorney General and playing the role as the Minister of Legal Affairs and whatnot. We've seen that all the time. Any government come in power is the same thing. The thing is, whether you are an MP, NDC or whatnot, obey the rules and regulations. That's what is needed. You don't send home a man or a person because they are politically affiliated with any political side. If the person not pulling the weight, you send them home. But you have to be careful when you send home people that you use the correct procedure. You can't send home people and let them lose their benefits because they don't support you. Earlier on, those questions was brought to the ministers, and the minister saying nothing about them. The Prime Minister even said that they could take the matter to court. The Prime Minister said that, that those who feel that they were wrongly sent home could take them to court. No, you take it to court, you have to pay $100 and something. And as I said, it happens under all the government.
Okay.
So the politicians have to wake up themselves.
Okay.
You can't send home a man when he's walking because he ain't support you.
Yeah, that's victimization to a point,
Exactly,
right?
and we see it happen on many occasions.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. It's 11 minutes on to, folks. We take that break and we come on and do the Real Value IGA promotional piece. Lovely, lovely. Real Value IGA presents their weekly savings, and we'll do it collaboratively with my guy and Master Control, Dorian, the masterman behind it. This week, Real Value is happy and delighted to present this list of saving items. They've got the IGA Grape Jelly, 18 ounces. It was $14.25. It's now $8.85, so you save $5.40. We also got the IGA regular barbecue sauce, 18 full ounces. It was $11.25. Now it's $8.25. You're saving $3 in that. Remember, every dollar counts. All right. The IGA yellow mustard, 255 grams. It was $7.50. It's now $4.20. So you're saving $3.30. Kraft 1000 Island fat-free, 473 milliliters. It was $29.57. It's now $19.70. You're saving $10.05. That's a lot of saving. All right, Kibler Townhouse Original Crackers, 391 grams. It was $29.57. It's now $21.60. So you're saving $7.97. That's a lot of savings. Ragu Chunky Mushroom and Pepper Sauce, 680 grams. It was $20. It's now $13.55. So you're saving $6.45. Waitrose Forest Fruit Mix, 450 grams. It was $22. It's now $18.95. You're saving $3.05. Waitrose Sweet Potato Oven Chip, 500 grams, was $30.50. It's now $26. So you're saving $4.50. And finally, the IGA Brand Flakes, 17.3 ounces. It was $14.25. It's now $11.60. So you're saving $2.65. Those are the items up for savings this week at Real Value IGA. Head on down and take advantage. Mix and blend with a wide range of other items and a very professional and efficient staff. Lovely. So we're back to the conversation. All right, you can now call, and it's important that I give you this sort of information. All right. Good morning, Innocent. I hope you feel good soon. Good morning also to your followers. I fully agree with the caller who spoke about the Attorney General versus Minister for Legal Affairs. While it is not unconstitutional, it is not wise. Okay? Remember the number you can call, 435-2041. Let's do this. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Hi.
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much. Could you turn your volume down, please?
Okay. I'm looking. Yes, I was looking at the carnival celebration.
Okay.
You have Jab jumping up together with the revelers and morning on Juvie. That, and it's not Jab. They have any old pants, old thing put on them. Why can't they put on as before the red pants when you see them, Jab coming down? And there is a band. So people give way to the Jab. But now everybody just put on any old piece of thing. And our women, we have to beg our women to be a little more graceful and not walk with all their butt outside and that string. It is disgusting. That is not carnival, however. That is a disgrace to women.
Okay.
I detest that.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Have a good one. Thank you, caller. Good morning. I was disappointed in Juve. Can we bring back the original time to 3 or 4 a.m. right after the show? Let's see the real jab in bands. Bring back the steel bands on the road and supporters jumping behind. Please bring back the 1 p.m. start for parade of the bands and stick to the time. Thank you. Also, let's have the mass bands portraying a theme and the costumes depicting the theme, with the king or queen of the bands displaying the actual story. I like this. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Thanks to your listeners and viewers. GBN 105.9.
Uh-huh.
I will continue to lament the fact that we just, I don't know. GBN needs to do something better than that. Trust me.
Okay.
GBN is a regional institution, The company that governs GBN is a regional institution, and I think they should do better than that.
Well, as I said earlier, it is a work in progress, and our technical team are working assiduously to rectify that problem.
I don't think the corporation regards Grenada, the Grenada side of GBN. That is my assessment. I may be wrong, but for my thing, association with GBN,
I hope you are wrong.
Well, I don't think so. But anyway, to my substantive point.
Good, lovely.
Let me congratulate you, because I didn't do that publicly. I did personally, but let me congratulate you publicly.
Thank you.
On that achievement. As I told you originally, I saw you winning the competition. And I think it was a good competition. Thank you for keeping to that thing and keeping your composure and all of that thing. And I hear a little controversy, but don't worry about that. That is, I think you teach them how to perform. In terms of if something happens, what do you do? I think that was an excellent exhibition of how you perform in situations where you have technical difficulties. So I want to congratulate you on that one.
Thank you.
That event that took place for the Olympians that represented Grenada. In particular, I'm thinking about the Sunday event. And I want you to inquire whether the opposition, be the opposition leader or any member of the team that he represents, that he leads, was invited to that event in Las Vegas. Because I believe that should have been a national, that is a national event. Because the persons I see there, the Prime Minister and other ministers and the Governor General, I think that is a national event, and I think an invitation should have been sent out to the opposition leader. And I'm making that point, not that it was not sent out. I'm inquiring whether they was invited to that event, because I think they should have been, and if they was not, I think it was an error in judgment.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good one. The breadfruit and things start growing back already?
No, man, the breadfruit and them have a lot of leaves, and some of them are young ones, but it will take us a while before we get back there. When you come into St. Patrick, take out your mind on oil.
Okay, all right. I'd look for fish broth then.
Well, yeah, that is more likely to get that. Not the oil. Take care.
Have a good one, bro.
Yeah.
All right, good, nice. It's 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Caller, we were born naked. If it's happening beside Carnival, it's a concern. The dress code, people should realize the most concern people have about a behavior, the less likely change will make, because it is getting attention. Good morning, caller. Okay, we lost that one. 435-2041. We've got just about 2 minutes on the program, and I am of the belief that we have that BBC issue rectified, so most likely we'll have the BBC's bulletin at 8. Right, I just checked, yes, and the BBC is back. Thank you, technical team. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
Yes, for the second time. Good morning.
Good, sir. It's my brother that talking now, you know.
Okay.
Anyhow, because you should know, or you must know, that people are advertising things as foodstuff at a lower price so that people could run and buy them. But the bag must realize that certain foods have a shelf life. And if you are a wise ruler of your firm or whatever it is, you would try to reduce the price so that people would come and buy it. I wanted to say before the exact time expires, whether 2 days, 3 days, or a month. And besides that too, even if the time is coming to be expired, the food tend to have loses its taste and its contents, the thing that could develop you in it, whether vitamins or whatever it has in it. So people have to be aware of what they buy, irrespective of the sales.
Okay.
Don't rush for sales because they have sales. You should warn the people that, although you're not there to warn, you're so to give information and to educate.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Have a good day, folks. And that's it for the program this morning. It's 8 o'clock. I love you all. Thank you for being a part of it. If the good Lord spare your lives, we'll do it again tomorrow, same time, same frequencies, channels, and platform. And be safe. We join the BBC momentarily.